Was illegal within the hand wrap of Margarito was wet and was hardening, which takes and Jess Willard and the ongoing controversy nearly 100 years later of plaster of Paris, a small subject. But we know now that if there was skullduggery going on, it was caught, and Margarito.
But that's the only thing that I consider serious in terms of illegal hand wrapping is having
there, and the one who's landing loaded gloves so far in the first round is Shane Mosley, who seems to be trying to take a little bit.
I think he's doing the right thing. He's trying to gain some restrict and to show his physical strength. You know, the one thing about Shane, he's never a strong little guy, very compact, and at one time was a weightlifter when he was in high school.
He may also be trying to take advantage of distance in his loss to Paul Williams, virtually gave away the first 6 rounds.
The most important punches that Mosley has thrown have been 2 body shots, because Cotto never Margarito, who just cannot be weakened with shots to the head.
Yeah, some would say.
One thing is that both of these guys are known for being strong finishers. Even though we talk about how Margarito also finished strong in most of his key fights, both victories over Oscar De La Hoya. He won it by winning the late rounds. Those 2 rounds. So it should be
good left hook by Mosley in that exchange. Landed flush.
11th and 12th rounds.
There have been moments when he seemed to be trying for one here in the first round. He has spent this round more or less treading water and trying to give as good as he's gotten. And he's been quicker with his punches, particularly to the body. Now instantly shows you his fighter's instinct as he tries to counter over it. Good right hand by Mosley.
And as he promised, throwing more jabs.
Cotto penalized himself by ignoring. CompuBox number out of 58. By and large, he had a slow round. His idea is to get up above 100 at some point.
When you read up, you just provide momentum for him to come at you. And that's why most ropes.
You know, we only showed you 5 celebrities in our pre-fight package, but there may be 5 would know and recognize. It's quite a star-studded assemblage here in Staples Center as Mosley bulls Margarito.
Too far behind. If he gets behind after 5 or 6 rounds, you know, he may have a real problem himself. He may have a real problem. Mosley does not wilt going down the stretch.
And Margarito ate a 1-2 combination from Mosley. Just is still more than holding his own against Antonio Margarito in the early going. And that's why this crowd.
Well, they're watching.
Jab, jab, jab.
But they're watching 2 irresistible forces and 2 immovable.
A little bit more aggressive with his feet. They're putting a lot of pressure and forcing Shane to throw more punches. And that
thrown in this round show you that the fight is being fought at Shane Mosley's pace. Margarito not yet able to. Raul Cais telling Mosley not to use his head in close.
I want you to be gentlemen.
You see that Harold Letterman has given the first 2 rounds to Shane Mosley. Partially reflective, we think, of the.
Shane's faster hand speed has been a big difference right there because Margarito
is not as crisp and as
he's got the pressure, the tempo he fights at.
Well, he believes that to take a backward step is true.
Hands are free, gentlemen. You can punch there.
Turns to talk to Cais about another headbutt, his forehead, as if to show Cais that he thinks he's getting butt.
Body by Mosley.
And the early return.
Well, if Mosley can continue to do this, because Margarito gets in the 8th and 9th round because he takes a good punch.
No tornado in there, although Margarito lands a good right hand because this is my fight. And he takes Mosley's hard left hand. Harold, how do you have it through 3?
That's it, 3 rounds to him with that overhand right. I mean, he just landed it over and over and out jabbed them. Beautiful left jabs in round 2. Round 3, back to the sneaky right hand, doing much more damage. And nothing, Mosley.
But Mosley's building a once. That by Vernon Forrest in their first fight. And
Not wilt as fast as the other fighters he has fought in the past. In particular, if he gets 5 or 6 rounds, all he has to do is
Margarito's comeback was for naught. He thought he had won.
Hit the ropes. You saw Mosley bounce back into the middle of the ring, not wanting to give Margarito punches like M&Ms. It just doesn't.
Well, there were many at ringside last July 26th who walked around in awe and wonder after the fight saying that.
Well, and Mosley is happy to give him a chance to prove it again.
Mosley holding him here and there, trying to slow the action.
effective punches. The head slapping punches are all coming from
The best shots of the fight.
watching and resting, which is very smart.
Well, and now hand wrap, but the pace of the fight remains in Shane Mosley's favor. Antonio Margarito has not gotten a...
If you listen to the intensity and the voice, that must be a rough guy to beat now going down the stretch.
Swim, I think he just means punch, but don't stay in there.
As he grabs and ties up Margarito, because Margarito is always going to keep coming.
Margarito reduced to trying to land pity-pat punches, tricked out of it by brilliant strategy on the part of Shane.
And if you recall in the Cotto fight, even though Cotto was that showed up later.
You're right, Larry. It's very...
Before the fight, Mosley had the advantage of watching the Cotto fight on.
You know what you can do, and to be Shane Mosley.
Stop. Relax.
Good buggy whip right hand body shot by Shane Mosley. Math begins to look very forbidding for Antonio Margarito. Mosley 16 out of 57, 12 of Mosley's 16. More exemplary impact, the more stunning blow.
Moses hit Margarito almost at will with right hand to be get hit with that many right hands. He seems to have
Able to hit them with some serious.
The look on Antonio Margarito in Las Vegas last July.
Yeah, I'm saying the look on his corner apart going down the stretch, and Shane is still landing.
He's getting beaten to the punch in every exchange.
Once he may be puncher, which he isn't, and he's got a fighter now who doesn't fall.
Offensive, and he won a fight. Tremendous right hand, which pretty much eliminates any chance that Margarito could have won this round. Margarito, a 4-1 betting favorite, is
Arms appear weary.
Stop at the bell.
Margarito 13 out of 54, meaning he's you got it a shutout, right?
Absolutely, Jim. 6-0. 60-54, Shane Mosley. Jim, is the stool and a referee. He's hit him with everything else. What he does is he gets inside of Margarito's long leg. They call timeout to put the rep up the tape. As long as he stays inside, Jim, Margarito doesn't have.
Just choices. I don't think Shane Mosley's made a mistake. Oh my gosh.
And you know something, there's a jab tonight too. Usually he just, jingles his left hand out as a rangefinder, but he's actually throwing effective jabs.
A couple of years ago.
I think this is his best fight.
In a sense, this is like Hopkins against Pavlik, because he knows exactly. Look 10 years younger against that kind of an opponent than he did against faster.
Nassim Richardson after this. I mean, first Richardson guides Hopkins to the annihilation of Pavlik, and then
Shane, and your both hands will be free.
Miguel Cotto was in pretty good shape on the scorecards at this point against Margarito last summer in Las Vegas, but that was an entirely...
was going with Margarito, but this fight here, the momentum at this point is getting stronger. If anyone will get stopped, it may be Margarito.
Flush right hands, the way Mosley has hit him.
Even though Mosley's not a
now
big
here's
puncher,
a little rally by Margarito. He shows just a little, but that's always the case. Trying to get back into the hold his chin very well against Margarito's right hand. Warning Mosley against butts.
He still probably, in my didn't win it, but he probably would get it on the scorecards because it was better than what he did before.
There's another flush right hand.
He can't miss a right hand.
It's almost as if Margarito is trying to break your hand.
Breaking his right hand.
Margarito got in a quick left hook.
Nice and relaxed.
But we're into the Tornado managed to get above 80 punches thrown in the round. And in past fights, such as the second half of the Cotto fight, it wasn't unusual to see him throw more than 100 punches.
Get hit and do it, and then he knows whenever he wants to, all he has to
crank up.
It's very hard to win a decision right now. For Mosley. I mean, for Margarito.
The pace of the fight.
Yep, and when he wants to throw that right hand, he knows he can throw it.
They like the right hand he landed there. But once again,
control. As soon as Shane looked like he's
Margarito was stunned by the right hand. Margarito has not thrown since Shane let one more right hand away from going down.
And he doesn't know how to tap, use and survive like most fighters do. He's not used to being in this position.
10 seconds. Stop at the bell.
It was a knockdown. He went into the rope.
And there's the knockdown. Line of a scheduled 12. Must have a knockout if he's going to maintain his position in the division. Shane Mosley at age 37 is trying to become right now.
Margarito has no defense at all for punches.
This fight could be stopped any second now. And there's the white towel from the corner. And